Fala galera, beleza? Deberzão aqui e vamos continuar jogando o nosso Alan Wake Remasterizado. Continuando aqui de onde a gente parou, provavelmente a gente vai lutar contra esses corvos aí que estão voando em cima da casa que o Barry está. Vou dar uma olhadinha aqui antes. Como a gente está refazendo o caminho, acredito eu que já peguei tudo por aqui. Ó, tem recursos aqui. Trancado. Oi? Tem mais? Pra segurar eu soltei. Oi. Faltou muito, será? Muito bom, muito bom. Por embora, porra, limpei tudo. Aí sim.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Beleza, te perdoo.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.
Vai dar ruim, hein? Vamos mais um episódio.
Pretty please, can you tell me where I am? You want to say something?
Fim do episódio 2, qual que é o episódio 3? Vamos ver.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Episódio 3, Resgate.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Parabéns, Barry. Fez dever de casa. Vou dar um rolê aqui pra ver se tem algum item. Consegui voltar depois aqui. Bom que tá de dia, né? Então não precisa ter medo.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Certo. Pô, que rolê, mano. Só aponta onde que é o trailer aí que a gente vai lá, pô.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Obrigado, hein. Ó, tem um cafezinho lá dentro, quer dizer que a gente vai entrar aqui.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Será uma lobotomia nela?
Hey,
Tá doido.
this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry, She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What?
Drogou a gente, cara.
What?
Tá vendo, galera? Não aceitem cafezinho de estranho, hein? A não ser que você esteja em Minas. Minas Gerais, todo mundo voltando esse cafezinho é muito bom.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going. I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Caramba. A Rose é aficionada por mim mesmo, olha isso. Ela. Nada aqui. Não tenho arma, não tenho lanterna.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Cafezinho aqui. A Rose tá aqui?
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you.
Falou caça ali já.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Manuscrito. Randolph chama a polícia.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Tá bom. Por isso vai chegar aqui. Dá uma rodada aqui. Com rádio.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know, I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law,
something like that, Walt.
Yeah. Well, you know, Daddy's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today. And now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
Bem animador. Cafézinho na frente que eu já vi. Fazer alguma coisa para cá. Tudo fechado. Barulho de balada parece. Putz. Cara, tem gente aqui dentro, tem barulho de água. O cara tá ali na frente, me esperando. Tem como entrar? Não. Bebezinho chorando. Nada pra cá. Nada pra cá. Acho que não vai ter mais nada não.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slane!
Que isso? Cara, pregando bala em mim.
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
Do nada a FBI chega tirando em mim,
I
cara.
hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Take it easy on him. Get after him. Don't let him get away. Move it.
Correi.
Let him get away.
Não tem lanterna, não tem nada. Já cansou, mano.
There he is. There he goes. Okay, men. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here. This way.
Oh, damn.
Fan out.
Dessa vez tem que fugir da luz. Ele tá cansado já, mano. Ele tem pouca estamina. Olha o escritor ali.
Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
Vamos dar uma lidinha nele. A presença obscura
For
dorme.
decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Beleza. Eita! Nada pra fazer aqui. Cara, muito escuro aqui. Será que não tem uma... Ah, lado errado, pô. Falei, caralho, muito escuro ali. Não tem como andar ali, não. Atualizador.
Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
Tem um bagulho muito sinistro ali. Caramba!
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Aqui lugar longe, hein?
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Nossa. Já é o helicóptero. O acidente foi ali, ó.
This is James. Mulligan Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, Mulligan, what are you doing? Come on!
Sit down and give me that. Jane, Mulligan here. Over.
Go ahead, Mulligan. Over.
We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over.
I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over.
Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over.
Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over.
Oh, yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Beleza.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Bora, velho. O caminho aqui, pessoal. Por aqui, ó.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Bora lá. Ah, não.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Tem uma luz aqui, ó. Vou pegar um cafezinho antes. Eu venho pra cá. Opa, vamos iniciar. Pra cá é só isso.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Cara, como eu vou consertar isso? Boa. E com a bicuda não resolve, né? Entendi. Ah, tá, tem tempo agora. Então tem que rodar a bica. Resolveu? Resolveu. Bora. Ô, Alan, você cansa muito rápido, cara. Tem arma aqui não, só lanterna. Ver pra trás aqui se tem alguma coisa. Não custa nada olhar, né? Será que essa lanterninha dá conta do portão? Onde é que deu?
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Beleza, tem umas flashzinhas aqui. Será que elas dão dano? Cara, eu tô com medo de continuar. Entendi. Eu tenho de arma aqui só as granadas, beleza. Eu tenho de bom aqui antes. Tô na luz! Tô na luz! Cadê vocês? Vamos ligar o radinho aqui antes.
Here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Musiquinha pra tranquilizar. Morreram? Tem um manuscrito aqui, eu já ia perder. Vamos lê-lo. Rose, tocada pela presença
Touched by the
obscura.
dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Beleza. É isso. Mais granada, boa. Tá gastando granada com um cara só não, mano. Boa. Foram todos.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Tem alguma coisa por aqui? Um cafezinho? O cafezinho tem. Entrar aqui.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down. Put this gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Uma escrita pra gente aqui, bora. Nightingale na estação de rádio.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Beleza. Temos que ir pra estação de trem, certo? Ó, tem um... luz. Agora tem munição. Mais algum item aqui? Ué. Beleza. Pessoal, vamos fazer o seguinte. Vamos encerrar nesse ponto de controle aqui. E vai desenrolar mais coisa. Se eu for, vai demorar pra caramba, já deu tempo do vídeo, belezinha? Então, galerinha, pera só parar bonitinho aqui. Muito obrigado, pera esse barulhão. Opa, muito obrigado a todo mundo que assistiu até agora o vídeo. Valeu mesmo. E se você não é inscrito no canal ainda, se inscreve aí, deixe seu joinha, ativa o sininho de notificação e compartilha com os amigos se possível. Beleza? Isso ajuda demais o canal, não tem noção. E se quiser me seguir nas redes sociais, provavelmente eu uso só o Instagram, é Deborzão, clica lá, o link vai estar na bio aqui, na descrição do vídeo, aliás. Então clicar e me seguir. Valeu, galera. Então é isso aí, até a próxima e é nóis!